What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Mid-Level Media. We're here for the monthly audit. This is the audit for the month of March. This is my third audit for the year of 2025. The new iteration of the audit, okay, where my wife is not joining me. That's not what this is. She may join me. Maybe she'll come take part in the April audit, but this is just for accountability purposes only, and I'm really trying this time. Okay, guys, my monthly budget since the beginning of 2025 is $300. That is what I set myself as, or that is what I set myself at, not as. But anyway, guys, look, so this month was a little difficult. There was a lot of sales, and there was a Kino sale that I cannot jump into until we arrive to April. So I've been waiting just because I'm going to spend quite a bit of money on that, but that's going to go on my April audit. So, but there was a Shout Select sale. There was also a Criterion Flash sale, and there was a Paramount sale, at Barnes and Noble, and I wanted to pick up some of those titles as well. But I think I only ended up getting maybe one thing off of Amazon that was on sale from the Paramount sale. I did want to get more, and then there was some new releases that I had to grab as well. So, but did I come in at or below budget? That's what we're going to get into here today. But before we do that, hit the subscribe button. Okay, if you haven't already, we talk about all things physical media on this channel: Blu-rays, 4Ks, owning the movies that you love, all that stuff there behind me every single day. If you like that kind of stuff, that kind of content, hit that subscribe button. Also, let me know in the comment section below, what are some of the stuff that you picked up? This is essentially like a Blu-ray haul, for the month. But again, I'm adding in like how much I spent as well. But you don't have to let me know how much you spent, but just let me know like some of your favorite items that you picked up in the month of March down below in the comment section. I always like reading everybody's different things that they get. I just think it's really interesting seeing how the different ways everybody else collects and the things they prioritize and all that stuff. Let me know in the comment section below. All right, let's get into it. So I got this really weird, it was about a month ago, maybe a little bit over a month ago, but I got this really weird like fascination with Touchstone. I saw this guy's video on YouTube. It just popped up on YouTube when I pulled it up and I watched it. And he went through like the early years of Touchstone and started talking about the older movies. And I was like, you know what? I think it might be a good idea if I went back and tried to collect the Touchstone catalog, because I feel like a lot of those movies are probably not going to get touched by Disney and Sony. Some of these haven't even been put out on Blu-ray, but there's certainly some of them I don't think are going to get 4Ks. So I wanted to go back and start collecting the Touchstone films just to have in my collection. And the first one that I ordered was Splash. Actually, no, The Color of Money I showed off last month, but this and The Color of Money I think I ordered at the same time. But this is the very first Touchstone film, which if you don't know Touchstone, that was a studio started by Disney to kind of to kind of push themselves more into a more like adult market. They were, they had the kids market down with the cartoons and all that stuff, but they wanted to get more into adult content. So they started the Touchstone label, and the first movie they did was Splash, which is directed by Ron Howard, and I believe this movie is Ron Howard's second film after Night Shift, which I have not yet seen Night Shift. I need to check that one out at some point. But yeah, Splash is a good one. I watched this one, I think, on Tubi like 3 or 4 years ago, and I hadn't seen it probably since I was like 6 years old, I think was the last time I watched Splash, so I barely remembered it, but it's super funny. Like, I think it's great. I think Tom Hanks is great. This is a very early role for him as well. Probably his first big role, really. Eugene Levy's in this, but also John Candy is in this film, and it's kind of an earlier role for John Candy. But I just think John Candy and Tom Hanks, and I've got other more early Tom Hanks stuff in the stack, guys. But I think John Candy and Tom Hanks have terrific chemistry in this film, and they're brothers, which they look nothing alike. But anyway, I got the DVD because this is not out on Blu-ray. Now, I do have a bootleg Blu-ray that somebody sent to me a number of years ago, so I do have Splash on Blu-ray, but it's not 100% legal. But I didn't make it, guys. It's not my fault. I got it sent to me. But anyway, Splash I bought on DVD because there's some special features on here that I just wanted to have. And again, this may never come out like on an actual Blu-ray disc. It may never come to 4K. Now, if Disney and Sony is smart, they would recognize the historical and nostalgic importance of Splash and put that out on 4K, because I think it would sell like hotcakes. They could even do a steelbook, and I think people would eat that up with Daryl Hannah and the mermaids in the water. Like, they could do a great steelbook of Splash. But they have Making Splash. They also have an audio commentary on here. My bootleg Blu-ray does not have that stuff. So I went ahead and got this just for the special features because I may want to check those out at some point, and to also have a legitimate release of Splash in the collection. I kind of wanted that as well. Now I did buy this used off of Amazon. I think it was like $6 or something. I actually have the disc in my player right now. The disc was a little like scratched up, but it played just fine. I tested it and everything. But Splash on DVD, I bought this for $7. That was a long story. That's kind of what this is, guys. It's story time. It's me telling you why and how I picked some of these up. You're going to think I'm really wacky for this one. But again, like, I just got like a fascination with wanting to get all the Touchstone films. And this didn't have a DVD or a Blu-ray that was like out of the price range of like $50 to $70. And I think Kino did the Blu-ray of this back in the day, but it's My Science Project, which is a Touchstone film from, I want to say 1985, or maybe it was 1986 that this one came out. But yeah, My Science Project, I got on VHS. I actually found this on grindhousevideo.com for $6, but I had to pay $6 shipping to get this. I was stupid. Probably should have ordered more stuff off of it just to get me that free shipping. But My Science Project, I got this for $12, with the shipping and all that stuff. And again, like that, some of you guys are gonna be like, why would you pay that much for a freaking VHS tape? And I was like, I don't know. I was just like, I want to go back to the beginning and I want to collect the Touchstone stuff. Now there was another one from 1984 that I'm forgetting. I think it was on Blu-ray for like $30 and I didn't want to get it as of right now. I think Kino also put that out. But yeah, My Science Project, again, this is Touchstone, so it's owned by Disney, but Kino did put this out back in the day. There's actually a lot of Touchstone stuff, early Touchstone stuff that Kino put out back in the day. So I guess at one point Disney was licensing stuff to Kino Lorber, but they're not anymore. But that Kino Blu-ray is currently, I think, on Amazon for like $70 or something like that. And the DVD was like $30 to $40. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to get the VHS tape. And I just got a VCR like a year ago, and I got a CRT TV. I'm like, I'll hook that up at some point, and if I got to, I'll watch My Science Project on VHS, because also, like, I would have just watched it on streaming because I want to watch all these movies, but this is not on streaming anywhere. Like, you can't check this out on streaming anywhere, like, either. So it was one that I just wanted to add to the collection, but it's got an interesting cast. It's got Dennis Hopper and John Stockwell, and it's got Fisher Stevens in it as well. But yeah, My Science Project on VHS. I bought a VHS tape, guys, for $12. I'm nuts, I know. Next up, we got the Accused on Blu-ray. So I've never seen this movie, but it's got a good cast. It's got Kelly McGillis from Witness and Top Gun, and it's also got Jodie Foster, of course, in it as well. Now this one was $7.50 in the Paramount sale on Amazon because they were price matching Barnes and Noble. But I used some points, and you'll see that come up a couple times because I use my Amazon card, my credit card, and I get some points, and then I can deduct some off my total when I use those points. So you may consider that cheating, but I don't think that's cheating. So I paid $6 for The Accused on Blu-ray. So there we go, guys. And I haven't seen this movie. I need to check that one out sooner rather than later. And now they're probably going to announce a 4K of that. Probably Kino Lorber will put it out at some point. But anyway, we're up to, let's see, 25. We're up to $25 right now. Doing pretty good. 3 releases, $25. Next up, I grabbed The Substance. I picked this one up at Walmart. So if you watch my Walmart hunting trip this month, I think I only did one. I think I've only done one this year. But I went ahead and bought this on Blu-ray, and it's like I could have got the 4K for like $7 more, but I just wanted to own the movie, and I really truly believe there will be like some like kind of definitive edition of this on 4K. And there's already like nice box sets and stuff floating around, but I'm hoping that Second Sight will do this one on 4K at some point. So I'll wait to get it on 4K then. I just wanted to support the movie because I loved it. It was one of my favorite films of last year. So I just got the Blu-ray. And with tax and everything, this was about $18 to get this. And there's no like special features on this either. So it's like I didn't want to pay too much for it because again, like there's gonna be something else for this. Like this movie just got too much attention for somebody to not like put this one out. And it's not even owned by a studio or anything. It's Mubi. So unless Mubi's just unwilling to license it, maybe that's the case. But I think somebody will put that out at some point. And next 3 are new releases that came out this month. I got Daylight on 4K, of course. Very lucky to get this because a lot of people pre-order this, did not get it. But again, I think it'll come back into circulation at some point once Kino Lorber settles all the rights, disputes and whatever the hell is going on, because they didn't even really officially announce it. But anyway, Daylights on 4K. I got this for $32 off of Amazon. So there you go, guys. And next up, we got Forbidden World on 4K from Scream Factory, which I did watch this, and I'm going to be doing a ranking of the 4Ks that I watched in the month of March. So I'm not going to talk too much about this movie other than I enjoyed it. I thought this was pretty good. I enjoyed this one more than Galaxy of Terror. Probably not as much as Humanoids from the Deep, though. But, and the 4K looked really good as well. Again, I'm going to talk about it when I rank the 4Ks. But yeah, Forbidden World 4K, $29 because I used some points to get this one, like $3 or $4 points to get Forbidden World. And then next up, I got Black Sheep on 4K from Kino Lorber. I couldn't resist, guys. I needed my Farley and David Spade on 4K. Now, Tommy Boy I was fortunate enough to get that from Paramount, so I didn't purchase that, but I did get this one off of Amazon. And look, guys, I've had a lot of luck, like ordering from Amazon recently. They've been delivering on release day, like knock on wood. I'll knock on my desk real quick. On release day, like most of the time, and maybe it's because my wife always orders something the same time I order a movie, so it comes in a box with the thing she ordered. But I'm getting this stuff like bubble wrapped in a nice box, and it comes like in really good condition. So like the Black Sheep slip like is in great condition, and so is Forbidden World. Now Daylight was a little mangled on the edges, but it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. So like I've been doing really good as far as like damage and how it's shipped to me from Amazon and getting it on time, which used to be a huge problem with Amazon. But yeah, Black Sheep, I used a lot of points because I bought a new microphone, which I'm using right now, a Shure mic. I bought this off of Amazon, so I got a lot of points for the money that I spent on the mic. So with those points, I think it took like $11 off this or something. So I pretty much got this for 18 bucks. Plus, I think when I pre-ordered it, it was $27.99. It was down a little bit, and then it went back up again. But yeah, 18 bucks to get Black Sheep on 4K. So where are we at now, guys? We got 25 plus 18. I'm doing all this math. I have 43 and then 122 with Black Sheep. So not bad. We're at $122 right now currently. So I also dipped into the Shout Select sale, and I showed these off on a live stream, but I did not do a video on my Shout Factory pickup. So I will show, and that's really what I'm going to try to do, guys, because usually I'll do like individual videos, like my Kino sale haul, my Shout sale haul, my Criterion Flash sale haul, but I'm going to try to save all that. Maybe like with the Kino stuff, because I'm getting so much, maybe I'll do an individual video. But I'm going to try to save all the stuff that I purchased for the end of the month audit, just so it doesn't feel like repeated content. You know what I mean? But anyway, Sylvester Stallone, I got this Paradise Alley movie with him in it. This is an early Stallone movie, and I think, yeah, it has Ann Archer, and it also has Armand Assante. I always think of the Santa Claus when I hear that name, but yeah, I got Paradise Alley, and everything that I got in the Shout Select sale was $83, and I got 6 movies on Blu-ray. But yeah, I got Paradise Alley, and this started like March the 1st. So I got into the sale like on the very first of the month, and I was like, damn it, I didn't spend $83. Now I get the rest of the month to spend, $217. But you got the disc right there, some nice disc art, some nice interior artwork. And there you go. I'm looking forward to checking that one out. But either way, like I just want to own all of Sylvester's movies in my collection at some point. Earthquake, I also grabbed as well. Now I was fortunate enough to get this one with the slipcover, so that's definitely pretty cool. And then we'll take it out of the slipcover. Bam, bam. Look at that. All these got features and everything. I think this one was the cheapest one I got too. And it's got 2 discs. It's got the extended television version as well. So that's definitely pretty cool. All right, let me put this over here. Then we got, again, the other Tom Hanks movie I was telling you guys about, Dragnet, with Tom Hanks and Dan Aykroyd. Sorry, guys, but I'd never seen this. And a Dan Aykroyd and Tom Hanks movie sounds great. Like, that sounds like just what the doctor ordered at this point in time. Like, I feel like I need to watch this one sooner rather than later. I don't know how I missed this one. I feel like I've heard of this movie, but I didn't. I don't know. It's like I heard of this movie, and I know it's like a TV show too, right? And I feel like they did a remake recently, but it's like for some reason I never knew that the two leads in it were Tom Hanks and Dan Aykroyd. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, I gotta get this movie. But it's got great artwork on the cover. I love the artwork, and I'll show you guys the back if you want to see the special features. And my camera will focus. But then you got some nice disc art on the inside. Again, I'm showing you all the stuff, guys, because I haven't done like standalone videos on this. But then that's the regular, poster of this right there. So very cool. Dragnet. I also got another Dan Aykroyd film, Dr. Detroit. Have you guys seen Dr. Detroit? This one looks interesting. This one does look interesting. So yeah, I'm gonna have to check this one out at some point. Open it up. You got some nice disc art on the inside as well, and you got reversible cover art. That's I imagine the original poster of the movie. Yeah, Shout Select. Like I probably could have bought like 12 or 13, but I didn't want to blow my entire my entire budget for the month on the Shout Select sale, so I held off on some, but they got a lot of good stuff. They got a lot of good like comedies from back in the day. I need to check out more of the Shout Select stuff, but I mean, I already have quite a few of the big ones at least. Show you the back right there again. But yeah, this is great. This has got two like good cover art, like this and the back one are really good cover arts. And then next up, I had to get this one. This is a childhood favorite. This is a childhood favorite of mine. I've always loved this movie. Introduced the world to Super Mario Brothers 3. So you gotta love that. But The Wizard, when I got this, I don't know why I didn't get this when it came out. I just didn't. Again, I had no good reason for why I didn't. I just didn't. And then like it became a thing where I was like, okay, well they'll probably do that in 4K. And I waited and waited and waited. They haven't done it on 4K yet. And I'm like, you know what? This is like $11 in the sale. I'm just gonna go ahead and get The Wizard. And I think this is the original poster right here that I'm showing off. Flip it to the back, open it up. You got 2 discs on this one as well. And I think that yeah, feature film and then special features. So I guess this one has quite a bit of special features in it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to rewatching this one. I'm trying to get my wife and kids to watch it with me. I'm trying to sell my wife because she loves Mario. I'm like, it's got Mario like all in it. They're playing Super Mario Brothers 3 at the end. You'll love it. But look at that. That's pretty cool artwork right there. I don't love it as much as the original poster, so I would probably flip this around again just to have that. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's almost like, very like Scott Pilgrim looking with the 8-bit style and everything. All right, so that's The Wizard. And then lastly, I had to get this. I love this movie. It's Michael Keaton, Mr. Mom. Mr. Mom on Blu-ray, classic comedy from the 80s. What year is this from? This is from 1983. 1983. So yeah, Terry Garr, R.I.P. Terry Garr, Michael Keaton. It's got a great cast. Great cast, special features here. Open it up. You got some nice disc art as well. And then you can flip it. And you got that more original poster art right there. So yeah, very cool. All of that, guys, for $83. I don't think I did too bad there. I don't think I did too bad there. All right, so next up we have my Criterion flash sale haul. All right, and I'll just go ahead and say it. I spent $95 on these titles. So I didn't want to spend more than, I wanted to get 3 titles, okay? But I think with the Criterion flash sale, you have to spend $75 to get free shipping or something like that, which is kind of ridiculous. Like they should at least make it $50. But you have to spend $75 to get the free shipping. And this is how they get you. Okay. So they make they make them all like with the sale, $24.95 or $24.99 or something like that. That way, when it adds up, it's not over $75. So if you get 3 4Ks for $24.99, add them up, it's $74.97. So then it's not going to get to $75. So then you got to buy something else to get that free shipping. So how I handled that is I was going to get the Grifters, and I guess I'll show this one off first. I was going to get the Grifters on 4K. So I took that out and I just went ahead and got this Yojimbo Sanjiro box set, which was $40. And then that brought me over the mark, I think, to $90 because I didn't want to get 4, which I essentially did get 4 4Ks because this has 2 movies in it, but I didn't want to spend like over 100 in this sale. So this got me to 95 total with tax and everything. And if I would have got, the 4Ks for $25, then it would have cost me like 100 and 106 or something like that. So I tried to handle it that way. And I did want to get Yojimbo because I watched A Fistful of Dollars on 4K again this month because we're getting the new 4K soon, so I wanted to brush up on it. So I watched A Fistful of Dollars on 4K, and then I started watching a ton of videos on it, and they were all talking about how it ripped off Yojimbo, which I already knew that before because I saw A Fistful of Dollars a number of years ago. But I've never seen Yojimbo, so I want to see like how much it actually rips off from Yojimbo, and also I just need to dive into more Kurosawa stuff in general anyway. And everybody always criticizes me when I do Criterion recommendations. Where's all the foreign films, Ken? Where's there foreign films? Well, I bought 2 foreign films, okay, and the Criterion flash sale. But anyway, I got the Yojimbo Sanjuro set, which this one came out this year. This one came out back in January, I believe. So these are both on 4K. So it's 2 4Ks, and again, I think it was $40 to get this box set. So that's a good deal. 2 4Ks for $40. So look at that. And I don't love the artwork on this. I wish they could have done something a little bit different with the artwork. I mean, it's okay, but it just doesn't pop. So hopefully there's a good amount of special features. I didn't really like do a ton of research in this. And again, I know Yojimbo's like a classic, but Sanjuro is the sequel. I don't know how people, view the sequel of this, but it's a nice, sturdy case right here. Not exactly a hard box, but just kind of a sturdier paper case. But you got Yojimbo right here. I like how they at least put these in individual cases. Bam. And how long is this movie? 110 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna watch this soon. I'm at least gonna watch it before I get the Fistful of Dollars 4K from Arrow. That way I can have a little context when I rewatch that on Arrow and then watch all the special features and everything and give you all the best review possible. You got a nice booklet in here as well. Flip through that booklet. All kinds of cool stuff, guys. And you do get the 4K and the Blu-ray in this set as well. And then we got Sanjuro. I imagine this one, like, I don't think for a few dollars more ripped off the sequel. I think it kind of went in its own direction. So I think this is probably going to be a different type of movie than that. But then you got the 4K and you got the Blu-ray. But yeah, I look, guys, I'm ashamed to admit it. I've never seen a Kurosawa film. I've owned 2 of his films for the longest time. I've had Ran on 4K for a very long time, and I've had the Seven Samurai for a long time. So Yojimbo will probably be my first one I'll watch because again, I'm, just more driven to have more like incentive to watch it because I'm so into like A Fistful of Dollars and excited for that release coming out. But yeah, cool stuff, guys. Yojimbo, Sanjuro. Grab those in the sale. And then next up, guys, I got Godzilla vs. Biollante. So I had this pre-ordered on Amazon, and then I heard the Criterion flash sale was going to happen. So I was like, I canceled it real quick. And then luckily the Criterion sale happened on the day that this released. So I was able to order this one for $25 off the Criterion flash sale. And another good thing about it is this is a good thing about ordering from the Criterion website, which some of you guys may not know this. But I built up so many points because I usually order something from the flash sales. I like the flash sales because it's just one day I get in, get out. I'm not tempted all month like the Barnes & Noble sales are. But the thing about it is if you, I think, spend $500, you get a $50 gift card, which is damn good because you're essentially spending $450 and getting $500 worth of product. So I finally got to the $500 threshold. I got my $50 gift card. So the next time they do the Criterion flash sale, I'll have $50 to spend. So that was a cool thing. So yeah, Godzilla vs. Biollante. And I did watch this one, but again, I'll talk about this one more when I do my 4K ranking. It looked excellent on 4K though. It really did. But I love the disc art. Like, I think the disc art is super awesome. Now, I would have loved like a digipack just like the original Godzilla, like with the Godzilla popping up. That would have been really awesome. But, this is still cool. But there is also, a little pamphlet in here with information on the film, but it's also a poster of Biollante himself. So there you go. At least in his first form. Yeah, I enjoyed this movie. Again, I'll talk about it more when I do the ranking, my 4K ranking. All right, and the last movie that I got was Drugstore Cowboy, and this is a Gus Van Sant movie starring Matt Dillon. So yeah, I did want this one, but again, it's like with Criterion titles, it has to be like I have to just be dying to watch it. Like Winchester 73, I was super excited to watch that. and get that one in 4K. So I went ahead and bought it early. But like with most Criterion titles, it's like you get 4 sales a year, just like Kino Lorber. You get the 2 flash sales and you get the 2 Barnes and Noble sales. So it's just like, why not just wait, you know, for this stuff to get? It's like I got enough stuff to watch anyway. So I waited to get Drugstore Cowboy, and I'm glad that I did. But yeah, 25 bucks for this on 4K, and I'm excited to watch this one because I do like, you know, Matt Dillon, and it's amazing really when you think about it. Matt Dillon was like in so many 80s movies. Like he's just been around for a very long time. And yeah, this is 1989. This one came out. Open it up. I guess this is about a lot of pill popping involved in this movie. You got pills on the discs right there. Like I said, and you got the 4K and you got the Blu-ray. And then you got a nice little pamphlet, brochure, as I like to call them, with some information on the film. Bam, bam, bam. So there you go, guys. So yeah, I was happy with this, you know, Criterion haul, and I'll pick up some of the other titles, you know, that have come out this year that I'm excited about in the July sale. So there you have it, guys. That is my March haul. And oh, I almost forgot to tell you all the total. So that was $95 for the Criterion flash sale, which does bring my total to $300 on the dot. So there you have it, guys. I hit it. I hit my mark. $300 on the dot for the month of March. I don't know how I did it because it's like, it's not like I got to 294 and it's like, okay, I need to spend $6 more. Like that's just literally how it worked out. That is just literally how it worked out. So I got like really lucky that it hit 300 right on the dot. So that's 3 months in the row, guys, that I hit my budget. Can I make it 4? I don't know, guys. The sales are really heating up. It's getting hard out there because I had to ignore the Warner Archive sale because that ended on March the 31st. I couldn't take part because I didn't have enough money to do it. So I couldn't do it. And there were some Westerns that I wanted to get. But there's my haul video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know, you know, in the comment section what you guys picked up in the month of March. Turn on bell notifications for all future videos and follow me on all my social media accounts. Those links are down below in the description, and we'll see you next time.